let's begin with the second part of our CSET paper. Now the very first question here talks about two people who are located 15 kilometers apart. First is X and the second one is Y. Now X moves at a constant speed of 1.5 kilometer per hour. However, Y moves at a variable speed. In the very first hour, it moves at 1 kilometer per hour. In the second, it is 1.25. In the third, it is 1.5 and progressively increases. Now, let's say they meet after 5 hours. If I consider this as the case, what would happen? This would be after 5 hours, how much distance would be covered by X? So 1.5 multiplied by 5, that is 7.5 kilometers. So X would move 7.5 kilometer. Now let me calculate it for Y. So for Y, in the first hour it is 1 kilometer. Second hour, so first hour is 1. Second hour is 1.25. Third hour is 1.5. Fourth hour is 1.75 and fifth hour is 2. Okay, so I add up all these value. What would be the total? When I add up all these value, the total comes up to be 7.5 kilometer again. That means both of them meet after 5 hours, and since it is 15 hours, 7.5, so they meet in the midway. Both the statements are correct here. So this is the answer for this question. Coming on next, the student appears in 6 papers. Now the maximum marks is same for each paper. I assume it as 450. Now you might ask why. The logic is simple. What I have done is the ratios is 5:6:7, 8, 9 and 10. So add up all these values. You get 45. Okay, now this 45 would be divisible by 450. So just taken that as a number to make it easy. You can take 100 and calculate it, but the values would go difficult. Now what is 60% of 450? So 450, 60% is how much? 450, 60% is 270. Now I have 45 as the sum total. If I proportionately divide it for 450, it would be 50x, 60x, 70x, 80x, 90x and 100x. Now I need to find out the value of this x. How would I do that? 450x, which is the sum of this, divided by 6 into 450. So 6 items and the maximum marks for each item, and that should be equal to 60%. So I calculate x, which is 3.6. Now I multiply each of these value by 3.6. So 50 into 3.6, 60 into 3.6 and 70 into 3.6. Only these three values would be less than 60%. So the remaining three would be higher than 60%. So in how many papers he secured less than 60%? The correct answer would be 3 here. Coming on next question here is, at the heart of the ecology. Now agroecology, what does it talk about? As you can see in this statement, it talks about nutrient loops, returning all nutrients that come out of the soil back to the soil through application of farmyard manure. Okay, so here all thing is natural. So fertigation is use of fertilizers. Hydroponics is only in soil, only in water, and therefore it requires chemicals. So these two cannot be the option. Cover cropping is right. Mixed farming is right. Polyculture is again right. Vertical farming requires artificial processes. So 1, 4 and 5 are the right options. You have to find out which is most compatible with agroecology. So agroecology, most compatible are these things that we have seen, because they are natural and they can be replenished, take care of. The next question is, the social and the physical environment riddled with poverty, inequity, unhygiene and insanitary diseases. We talk about hygiene at 3 levels: personal, domestic and community. There is no doubt personal cleanliness brings down the infection rate. Okay, and it also suggests that with more marketing of personal health, people get obsessed with hand hygiene, cleaning the hand regularly. But this, on the other hand, overrides the negative impact of ecology and the emergence of disease. So the second choice, which says emergence of disease can be prevented by personal hygiene, is totally flawed. So this becomes wrong. Now what could be the correct option here? It says that we have to move up from the personal hygiene and think about the system as a whole, and therefore community hygiene implemented through public health measures is effective in battling the disease against infectious diseases. and scientific and micro level interventions are not sufficient to bring down the infectious disease. We need to move to community hygiene. So 4 and 5 are the right answers here. Coming next is another question where there are statements and conclusion. Now this is an interesting question. This is almirah and cats. So I say some cats are almirahs, and then I say some almirahs are chair, and then I say all chairs are tables. So all chairs have to be tables. So this chair is within the bigger circle of tables. Now certainly some almirahs are table, as you can already see in the diagram, so this becomes correct. And some cats may not be chair. So if I arrange this similarly, so it's almirah and this is cat and this is chair. So some cats are not chairs. That is again correct. So both the conclusion follows from the given statements. Let's move to the next question. The next question is, a boy plays a ball. Now every time he drops it from a height of 1.5 meter, it attains 4/5 of the previous height. So let me convert this meters into centimeters to make it easy. So in the first round is 150. So 150 is what it is dropped from the height. Now it bounces 4/5. So how much it would be? 150 into 4 by 5, which is 120. Now 120 into 4 by 5. So that comes out to be 960. 960 into 4 by 5. That comes out to be how much? 768. 768 into 4 by 5, which comes up to be 614.4. And then we have 941.52 as the last one. So the boy drops it from the height of 150. So that's the first drop. Now the question says, what is the number of times the ball hits the ground before stopping bouncing? So when it is less than 50 centimeters, it would not bounce further. So there is the first drop, second drop, third drop, fourth drop and fifth drop. So 5 drops that are seen here. Okay. So after every drop, it would bounce. So after 150, it would bounce to 120. Then again it would bounce, then again it would bounce, then again it would bounce. So we have all the values that are given here. So 76.5, 96.0, sorry I mentioned the zeros wrong. So it's 61.4 and 49.15. okay, so 49.15, and at that point it would again hit the ground after it. So these would be the points where it would hit. So at this point, this point, this point, this point, this point and this point. So those would be the points here. The next is, image of the consonant of English alphabets are observed in the mirror. What is the number of image which do not look similar to their original shape? Now here we have to be a little conversant about questions. So let me write those in capital letters. I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y and Z. So first of all, I remove all the vowels. So A, E, I and O. I am left with only consonants. Among consonants, I will start cancelling out the consonants which look alike. So H removed, M removed. Okay. Then we have T removed, V removed, W removed, X removed. Now note why I am writing it like this. If I am writing it like this, then not removed. But if I write Y like this, it would be removed. So this question is a little dicey here. But the remaining alphabets are okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Okay. So those would be the alphabets that would be removed. Okay. So we have E removed, H removed, I removed, M removed. Then we have T, U, V, W, X. Okay. So all these removed. Now what are the remaining ones are left? So I can consider Y or cannot based on what I consider here. So one of that would be the answer. But these are the letters which do not look like their original shape. So if I am drawing Y like this, it won't look like the original shape. Okay. Coming on next. A bank employee drives 10 kilometers towards the south. So starting here, 10 kilometers to the south. Now from the south takes a left turn and moves 20 kilometer. From 20 kilometer, she takes another left and drives 40 kilometer. so 40 kilometers here. Now from 40 kilometers she turns to the right, drives 5 kilometers, and then drives to her right again, which is below 30 kilometers. Okay, so 30 kilometers. How far she is from the work? So this is 30, this is 10 again, so this becomes 20 and this becomes 5. So she is 25 kilometers east of her home, east of her bank. Okay, so 25 kilometers is the right option. Coming next is the integers that are listed from 700 to 1000. How many integers? The sum of the digit is 10. So I can write 730, the sum is 10. 703, again the sum is 10. 721, the sum is 10, and 712, again the sum is 10. Now I move to 8. So 820 is one of the digits and 802 is another digit that I can take into account. And for 9, I can have 910 and I can have 901 as the two options. No other options here, because 1 and 1 I can consider. So 811 would be another option. Okay, and then what would be the another option? 1000 I cannot take, because when I add those it remains 1. So how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So 9 is your right answer. Okay, so when I add all these numbers within them, okay, the sum remains. The sum of the digit is how much? The sum of the digit is 10. Coming next, a woman runs 12 kilometers north. Okay, and then after 12 kilometers she runs 6 kilometers again south. So this distance is how much? This distance is 6. Then she runs 8 kilometers to her east. The question says, what is the angle which is formed here? Now since it is 8, this angle would be, since this is 8 and this is 6, this angle would be greater than 45. So more than 45. But you are asked in which direction she is from her starting point. So from the starting point we would consider this as the angle, and this angle would be less than 45. So less than 45 north of east. So I take east, and north of east it would be less than 45. So B would be the right answer. The next question is again a statement question. It talks about researchers simulated street lighting on artificial glass plots, and the most important line here is the low density amber light was shown to inhibit, rather induce, flowering in wild plants. So it is basically saying that light can have permanent adverse impact on ecosystem, and therefore light pollution is the most critical inference, that light pollution can cause permanent adverse impact on the ecosystem. So B is the right option for this question. Coming next, we have another questions. The next question is a question on climate change, the study of the impacts of climate change on Kaveri Basin, and it shows that there is an increasing trend of temperature and decrease in the number of rainy days. The climate shifts impact the hydrological cycle and leads to more runoff and less recharge. Now this implies that climate change increase the criticality, sorry, it's misprinted here. So it is criticality of water resources while simultaneously threatening it as well. So C is the right option, and that is the basic idea behind the whole passage which is explained. Coming next is a question where we consider there is a number which is divided by 10. What would be the remainder? So if 3 raised to power 1, the remainder is 3. Okay, so 3 raised to power is 9. In this case the remainder is 9. I am writing the remainder here. Okay, now this is a number which has to be divided by 7. Now you can simply, just 4 numbers are there. The best way is to simply substitute p by the various numbers and get through the answer. So I substituted by 6 and this number becomes completely divisible. So 6 is the right option. You can also apply the divisibility rule here, but hit and trial is again a simple method. Now here the price of petrol and the price of diesel is explained. Now understand, In one case, it is saying m can be 1 and maximum 100 and thereafter remains constant. So let me keep m 1 in the first case. So my value would be 80.1. In the next case, I keep m as 100. So what would be my value? 90. So that means it moves from 80.1 till 90 and then from 90 it remains constant. So this is the price for petrol. But my diesel can go anywhere. So my diesel can intersect either here when the line of the petrol is constant or can intersect here where it is increasing. Now let me consider the first case. If that turns out to be negative, I'll convert it into this case and see. So when it is 90, I consider 90 is equal to 69 plus, so this is n mistakenly written, okay. So that is 69.15 n. So 21 is equal to 0.15 n. I find out n, which is 140. Now starting from the very first month, it is 31 days, 28 days, 31 days, 30 days, 31 days. All these come up to be how much? 120. The first 4 months come up to be 120. Now 20 days left, so it is 20th of May. So January, February, March and April done. So in the May, how many days? 140 minus 120, which is 20. So 20th May would be the answer in this case. The next question is, a biology class student predicts that the population of the animal doubles in size every 12 years. So in the first year, it is 50. 12 years after, it is 100. 24 years after, it is 200. 36 years after, it is 400. It is doubling. So here would be the D as the answer. Why? I substitute n for 12. Okay. So I substitute n for 12. So it is 50 into 2 raised to power 12 by 12. So it is 100. 50 into 2 raised to power 1. 50 into 2 raised to power 24 by 12. So 50 into 2 raised to power 2, which is 200. Okay, and so on. So therefore D becomes the right option. I have already explained it with a simple method. You can substitute it with the formula and see how it works. Okay, the next question, again an interesting question. I have Indians and foreign students. Among each Indian student and foreign students, we have girls and boys, clear? Now, Indian students are 60. I assume total students to be 100. So, Indian students are 60. Foreign students are 40. So, 100 minus 60, 40 remains. Now, of the Indian students, 30% are girls. So, 30% of 60 is how much? 18. Now, 18 are girls. How many are boys? 42 are boys. Okay. Now, I know total 50% of the students are girls. So, total 50 are girls. Total 100 students, 50 are girls. 18 Indian girls are there. So, how many foreign girls are there? 32 foreign girls. Now, since 32 foreign girls are there, how many foreign boys are there? 8 foreign boys, because total number is 40. I have to find out the percentage of foreign students who are boys. So, 8 by 40 into 100. That makes it how much? 20%. So, 20% is the right answer here. Okay, the last question is again a question based on very simple concept. So some radios are mobiles. Then I say all mobiles are computers. So mobile within the bigger loop of computer, and some computers are watches. Certainly some radios are watches, not at all. Because radios and watches, I can have radio as an intersection here. Okay, so in this case radios are not watches, so this is wrong. Certainly some mobile are watches. As you can see in this diagram, it is not. So there can be probability where it is not. So both the conclusion cannot be derived. So neither 1 and 2 follows. So these are the correct answers for this next set. We would be coming up with the remaining 2 sets very shortly. Wish you very good luck, and let us know if you need any further assistance. The important links are available in the description below. Good luck.